Bait shop's got everything you need. Need it? Bait shop's got it.
Mainlander, I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of rat roaches, but that hasn't stopped you before. Hull's got plenty of stopping power now. But if a Mirelurk Queen went for a frontal assault...
How are you doing? Are you feeling well?
For the love of... This is why I didn't want to tell no one. I ain't some porcelain doll, Mainlander. I plan on going down fighting. So can we talk about the damn job?
Has a queen ever attacked here?
Well, not yet. But I'm telling you, the island's bubbling over with menace. Only a matter of time, I reckon.
I'm not sure anything could stop a queen on a rampage.
Might be right, that. But I had an idea. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. But the bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid are other Mirelurks. The Mirelurks on our islands have carapaces that are extra tough. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able.
Where's a good hunting spot for Mirelurks?
Crabs are crawling all over the island along the coast. But you might want to check around Haddock Cove.
Mirelurk carapaces? Got it.
Best of luck to you.
Mariner.
Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it. Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it.
Here's to you.
Captain's dance.
Ma'am, I have to talk to you. I got 14 and a half caps. I want to hire you.
A whole 14 caps, huh? And a half. I'm already planning my retirement.
I know it's nothing, but it's all I got. Harbormen don't belong on this dock. If we keep clinging here, we'll bleed out and die. To get better, to grow stronger, we need land. Echo Lake Lumber Mill has power lines that connect to the old wind farm. If you clear the land, Harbormen can wire up the condensers. Make it safe from the fog.
How do you know all this?
My father was a mechanic. A good...
I'll bite. What's the job?
Harbormen don't belong on this.
I may be able to help, but I don't want your caps.
They're right about you, they say. But if you help, you'll get paid. Harbormen don't belong on this dock. To get better,
What?
Echo Lake Lumber Mill. If you clear the land,
How do you know all this?
my father was a mechanic. A good one. Before the fog took him.
That's a surprisingly grown-up request.
The fog's out to kill us all. Kids included. I know the money's a joke. But if my friends can resettle, I'm sure they'd do anything for you. And owe you big. Please. Help.
Bertha?
We're depending on you. We got nowhere else to go. We're depending on you. We got nowhere else to go.
Well, hello. Bertha?
We're depending on you.
Hi
We
there.
got nowhere else to go.
Every day another harbor man leaves the island.
But I fished myself up, an honest to godless sea bass, and I get nary a peep.
You want a bite? Either Mitch or I can take your order.
Excuse me.
You want a drink?
I'll pass.
Well, maybe later then.
Everyone, make way!
Did you really kill the queen? The mariner said you did.
Don't pester her, Debbie. Of course she did. Now this is what a badass looks like. I fear we had you all wrong.
Well, Captain Avery didn't.
Right. Holier than thou Avery got the right of it. And thanks for reminding me. Here's a round on the house.
What's your beef with Avery?
Avery was born on the island, but she left for a good long spell. Didn't come back until, well, 10, 11 years ago. And since then, she's been trying to make us adopt all sorts of mainland nonsense. I ain't arguing she doesn't do good, or her heart being in the right place, but why change what ain't broke?
That's awfully friendly of you.
We have mainlanders coming in and out all the time. Worst of the lot are thieves or murderers. And the others we find floating face down in the harbor. But not you.
Mitch, I mean, since you did the captain's dance, maybe your uncle?
That's my own family business.
Ma'am, Mitch is too damn proud. But we're worried about Uncle Ken.
What's wrong with his uncle?
Uncle Ken's the last one still living on the island. The last holdout.
Crazier than a bag full of starved mole rats, he is.
Mitch sent him some of the fog condensers? So he might still be alive. He's safe from the fog.
But the campground's got to be swarming with God knows what. Listen, it shames me to ask it. Oh, but he is my kin. Could you check up on him? And find some way to drag his hide back here. I'll pay, of course.
What if he won't come back?
Well, then at least check up on him, right? I'll pay the same regardless.
The island's dangerous. My services won't come cheap.
If you look into it, I can throw some supplies in to help in the fog. The plank ain't exactly flush with caps.
I'll look for your uncle.
His homestead's the old visitor center, inland. And look out, he loves his traps.
Mitch?
You look like you need an ice cold vim.
Not today.
Your loss.
on. Got something for me?
Your thoughts?
Count myself real lucky.
Your thoughts?
Too many folks these days count.
That's all.
Got it.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment.
Stays hidden forever.
For updates.
Try not to sever
Modify my
anything you
sense.
might miss.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Hey.
I'm all ears.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Travis. You got a staring problem?
We're so delighted you've chosen us people.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you have.
Excellent.
Nice day, huh? If you need a haircut, talk to John at the Super Salon.
Hey there. I got an empty chair here. Just...
Sounds good.
All right. Take a seat. Don't mind my mop.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended. High-quality protection for sale. You know, a shotgun's great insurance against...
Uh-huh. Let's see what you have.
Everything...
Yes?
I think you would look great with...
All right.
Maybe a new color, huh? Sit down. Let's take a look. For your hair...
sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Go away! You see? You see those corpses? They're from me. Unless you're ready for the long walk, go away!
Your nephew's worried about you. He sent me.
Mitch. My boy Mitch sent you? He was always a smart one. He sent me the fog condensers. Made it safe to breathe here. Glad to hear he still cares about his old uncle. But you... What? What have you done? They're coming! They're coming!
What? What's coming?
Who knows this time? I haven't reset my traps or repaired the defenses. Quick, do what you can with the workbench supplies. They'll be here soon.
I just want to trade a few things.
They'll be here any time now. This is my home. Go. Not bad. Mitch was a good boy to send you. But still, time to go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Before you attract more of them.
Why would you possibly stay here? It's dangerous.
My family's lived here for 7 generations. I will not disrespect their memory. Now go!
Mitch sent me to bring you home, safely. Please, go to Far Harbor.
This is my home. And what? You want me to huddle like a beggar in Far Harbor? I can't just leave.
You have living family that cares about you. Are you just gonna turn your back on him?
I am an old man. I just want to live out my days on my land. You wouldn't understand.
Just consider this a vacation. You'll come back later when it's safe.
You are so persistent. Fine. You happy? You've chased me from my home. I'll pack my things.
Hey there.
Far Harbor is just terrible. It's noisy and crowded. Far Harbor is just terrible. It's noisy and crowded.
fog doesn't get us, the storms will.
Bring it on. With ordnance like that, no wonder you wiped out those crabs.
My boy!
She actually did it.
Did what? Chase me from my home? You should dump her in the harbor.
You're really not grateful? You get to see your boy again.
It is good to see family again. He never visits or writes. Here.
Mitch is at a loss for words.
Hush now. I owe you one.
Hey.
Yes, I am doing well. Goodbye. Oh, thank you so
Mitch?
much. Booze for the belly or bunk for the night?
No thanks.
Your loss.
Shut up.
Your Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Sweet.
Jimmy, if you don't keep that little twerp Bentley out of my face, Jimmy, if you don't keep that little twerp Bentley out of my face, I swears to God I'm gonna throw this fucking terminal through the wall. He saw me coming across the log rolling course before work and starts asking why I was out there at 5 in the morning. If you want to keep those extra profits rolling in, you better keep him in line.
That's it.
I don't think...
Yes, we're...
Yes. Got it.
Lost my home when the fog rolled in.
Hey, could you keep it down? Some of us are trying to fish here.
We're depending on you. Got nowhere else to go.
I cleared the lumber mill for you.
We gotta go see the captain. Here's the pay. I don't care if you don't want it. People keep leaving the island. But now that there's land to call their own, they'll come back. My friends have already sent word. We're going to turn back the tide. You'll see.
Please sell guns over by the tourist shop.
Fresh shipment.
I'm scraping by.
All your medical and food.
Oh, now that's some firepower there.
Mariner says the fog's alive. Can hear you. So mind what you say.
Hey, Bertha.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Smalls, we got no time for you.
The mainlander cleared out Echo Lake Lumber Mill.
Why are we even talking to the captain about this?
She's got things we need. We gotta get off the docks, Captain. If you give us some of those Acadian fog condensers, my friends are ready to homestead the lumber mill.
Surviving is about more than taming fog. We gotta stay together, Bertha.
But we're no good here. Harbormen need their own land, something to protect and hold.
I was wrong about you.
What?
Not you. You. Bertha knows this island better than you, Avery. We give folks some condensers, materials, and a chance to build defenses. And we'll survive, all right? And thrive, even.
Could this really work?
I don't see why not. And even if it doesn't, instead of starving on a pier, they die on their own land. Give them the fog condensers, Avery.
Well, I won't stop you, but until we deal with the children of Adam, settling the island again, it could blow up in your face. Come, Bertha.
You might want to check up on Echo Lake. Bertha's friends would no doubt welcome you. And take this. You never cease to amaze.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome to my clinic. You need anything?
No problems here.
Lucky you.
So hungry all the time.
I just need to trade gear with you.
What are you looking at?
Someone's coming. Something out there.
Okay, lunkheads. Listen up. These here are the chores for the month. I'm only making one of these, so pass it around. And no, I will not be changing my mind again. So stop asking, Braun. Luke, you're in charge of fishing, cleaning fish, and cooking fish. Just about anything to do with fish. That's your job, okay? Rowan, you're on building and repairs. Like some of the baseboards keep getting loose or torn up. I'm not sure what's getting them, but fix it. Braun, you've got brush removal again. Got to clear our line of sight. Yes, you may have to work at night, you big baby. I don't care what you hear. I pull day guard duty again. We'll swap around at night, same as last month. Even you, Braun, don't even start whining. That's it. If you don't like it, tough. This is how we get things done around here. Wait, is this thing still on? Damn it! Is it this button? No, of course not. I swear, I'm gonna throw this thing in the water! Ah! Hello? Luke, is this thing on? Yeah, boss. We're rolling. All right, good. Now get back to work. I can take it from here. This here is Bray Husky, leader of the Husky family, rightful owner of the land previously known as Haddock Cove. These here tapes are mine as well. We've torn enough scrap wood and metal from the nearby houses to build an outpost on the water. Really make a go of it here. We built this thing big and tall enough. We'll be able to see pests coming from a good distance off. No one will be able to catch us with our pants down. Bray Husky, signing off. Shit, Luke. How the hell do you turn this thing off? There's a million buttons on this stupid thing. Screw it, I'm just gonna unplug it. Ray Husky. And this is probably my last recording. Oh, jeez. I can see my friggin' guts here. They came up from underneath us. Big, huge freaking fire lurks. Tons of them. The dead fish and chum must have lured them to us. Oh, God. My leg. The rest are dead. All dead. Blue got pitched right now. And I saw Rowan screaming while another one pulled him under. His eyes. Jesus, his eyes. I went to get Braun and found some huge fish, man, thing, eating what was left of him. He clawed me right across my guts before I could get a shot off. Jeez, this place was impenetrable. We could see anyone coming for miles. Underwater goddamn fish monsters. I just hope. Oh, God, no. Oh, it found me. No, no! No! You get there! Get away from me! Oh, God! Is this thing still recording? You've got to be kidding me!
I'll be damned if I give up on taking back my land.
Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it.
I got your Mirelurk carapaces.
Finally, it's done. Everything that can be welded, duct taped, or superglued to the damn docks, all there. Listen, I'm sorry for chewing your head off about asking about my condition. Not used to talking about any of this. The whole island's falling apart. So many dead from the fog. Crabs, or whatever. And I just keep wondering how many good weeks I have left. 3, 4, 2...
Are you in any pain?
Doc's given me something to treat most of the symptoms. Having a hard time keeping everything down, though. My energy level's not quite what it used to be, and it's only gonna get worse.
You should treasure every minute. Leave it all on the table.
It's hard. Things that used to bring me joy. taste like ash. I remember the way things were. Before the news, I was powerful close to tossing the whole lot off my docks. But afterward, there weren't no point in defending my land. Let 'em come, I guess. And now watching them all squabble instead of lending a hand? Hell, a single finger to help. Don't they realize that all the bickering, for just a little bit more, is a waste of breath?
Isn't there some way we could make things better?
Figured I'd bequeath my land to everyone. I think we've lived alone on this island too long. With some common land, maybe a real community can be formed. Even if they have to be drug into it.
I don't think it's that black and white.
Nothing ever is. After I get the carapaces installed, there's one last thing I want to do. You've been a real friend through this. If you're willing to see, well, gotta get to work.
Isn't there some way?
Figured I'd bequeath my land with some
I don't think it's that black and white.
Nothing ever is. After I get the carapaces installed, there's one last thing I want to do. You've been a real friend through this. If you're willing to see it to the end, well, gotta get to work.
Mariner.
Shouldn't take too long to work the carapaces into the harbor. Shouldn't take too long to work the carapaces into the harbor. Harbor's safe as it's going to get. You ever get a gnawing in your belly to do something crazy? Reason and sense keep steering you clear.
Are you all right? People with serious medical conditions sometimes make rash decisions.
It's nothing like that. I've been steeling myself to do this for years. Can't go putting it off anymore, can I? The Red Death. May have heard of it. The big monster lives beneath the waves. Only strikes when the fog is thick. People think it's some drunken sailor's tale. But no one goes sailing when there's a fog on. In their bones, they know there's something.
If you abandon your common sense... craziest ideas are usually the best.
Fortune favors the bold and unbalanced, right? You're the only mainlander I'd ever tell of this. So hear me out. The Red Death. May have heard of it. The big monster lives beneath the waves. Only strikes when the fog is thick. People think it's some drunken sailor's tale. But no one goes sailing when there's a fog on. In their bones, they know there's something out there.
Is there any evidence the Red Death is real?
When I was a little one, I went sailing with my aunt. Fog rolled in thick and fast, and we saw it. Glowing red, crimson. An unholy light that stretched to the sky. My aunt was no fool. We rowed to shore with all our might. Tide made it hard, but we hit landfall.
Is there...
When I was a little one, and we saw it. My aunt was no fool. We rowed to shore with all our might. Tide...
What? I suppose the Red Death could exist?
Good. An open mind. With my business here done, and knowing someone like yourself, I seek to end this unholy terror. Dozens of boats over the long years been claimed by it. I mean to hunt this Red Death. Are you with me?
How do we go about this hunt?
No one's encountered the Red Death up close and lived. But many folk have seen its glow from afar. I've been collecting the details of those sightings for years. We take our boats, and I can get us there. I know it. But it could be the deadliest challenge we ever face. So I'll understand if you pass.
What's in it for me?
Listen, I've thrown every cap I have into the hull. I'm close to Beggar defending the harbor. And anything you find on the Red Death is yours. I just want to put it down.
Count me in.
Bring whatever weapons of death and mass destruction you got. Meet by the docks. You take your boat, I'll take mine. This trip is going to test our mettle more than anything.
Mariner.
I'll meet you there. The Red Death is going down. I'll meet you there. The Red Death is going down.
Eat it? Bait shop's got it.
Guns, guns, and more guns.
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads. People are finally coming together. And all of it, it's all because of you.
You give me too much credit.
Hardly. With all you've done, including the captain's dance. I guarantee you, generations from now, we'll still talk about you. My people are so mired with their own concerns, I don't think they even realize that you saved us.
What's in it?
Listen, at anything,
Count me in.
bring whatever. Meet by the dock. This trip.
Uh-huh.
Guns, guns. Fresh shipment. All your medical needs.
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads.
Well, you're welcome.
My people are so mired with their own concerns, I don't think they even realize that you saved us. All of us. Anything I give you or do for you, it just isn't enough. But take this, and thank you.
Mariner.
I'll meet you there. The Red Death is going down.
Mariner, please. I heard about this expedition of yours. We need you. Please, turn back.
The hull's strong, and one more rifle won't make a difference.
Mainlander, if the Red Death's real, we can't afford to lose you both.
Do you really think it's dangerous?
Every now and again, some fool goes hunting for the Red Death. Sometimes they come back empty-handed, but more times than not, that's the last they're heard of. The hunt for the Red Death has taken its share of drunks, but it's also taken the lives of our mightiest men and women. Please, don't throw your life away.
Consider your warning delivered.
If there's nothing I can say, good luck.
Hey, Mariner.
I'll meet you there. The Red Death is going down.
Captain?
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks, besides...
You know of anyone that could use some help?
Maybe ask Mitch at the last point. Some people at the end of the docks might need help too.
I have to go.
Be well.
Mainlander? I plotted a safe course for your boat. Don't tamper with it. The shoals near where we're headed can easily capsize a boat of your size. I'll catch up to you. Not much further, Mainlander. When Auntie Stacy told others of her brush with the Red Death, they laughed at her. Then 2 weeks after, a full fishing boat never came back. From the beach, they saw the glow on the horizon. I've been looking to end the reign of the Red Death's terror my whole life. Wrecks all around it. There, right? Meet you there, and get prepared. It can't be. That's the Red Death?
Are you sure this is it?
It's got to be the red glowing eyes. I mean, when the fog's thick, that little fella is deadly in his own fashion. The shoals around here are treacherous. A middling captain with a mite of curiosity would run aground for certain. And this far from shore, that'll end you.
Think we can handle it? We could always call in the Marines.
Oh, ha ha. What do we say to all the folk back home? I meant this to be my last great... It can't be. That's the Red Death?
Are you sure this is it?
It's got to be. I mean, when the fog's a middling captain with a mite of...
Looks like you achieved your goal. There it is.
My whole life, I've been having nightmares about a little Mirelurk? What do we say to all the folk back home? I meant this.
Yeah. Let's get on with it.
Well, he's a menace, so he's got to be put down. But what do we say to all the folk back?
Looks like you achieved your goal. There it is.
My whole life, I've been having nightmares about a little Mirelurk? What do we say to all the folk back home? I meant this to be my last great adventure. Instead, if we tell the folk back at town, I'll be a laughing stock.
Would it really be that big of a deal?
You've no idea how pig-headed and relentless Harbormen can be. Or maybe you do. The story will be told for generations.
We could just say we didn't find him.
If you'll back me up, I'm happy to do that. Let's go. I thought... I got...
It never pays to lie.
Easy for you to say. You don't have to live with those louts. Ugh, let's go. I thought... I got this for you. To celebrate. I didn't think it would turn out like this.
Mariner,
It wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Maybe we embellish a little. Or a lot. Make it the stuff of legends.
I have little stomach for it. But it's better than the alternative. Let's go. I thought I got this for you to celebrate. I didn't think it would turn out like this.
Mariner.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Hey, Mariner.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Did you find it? Did you end the scourge of the seas?
So, we set sail. It was a terrible fight.
So you killed it?
Oh yes, we did at that. It was quite the sight.
Did hear? They did it! The Red Death's no more.
Did it take long? My Gran figured it would take a mini-nuke direct to the center of the eye to do it in.
That would have worked, but we made do.
The seas are ours again. We can fish in peace.
Tell me, are you injured, Mariner? Are you okay?
No. We managed to get through unscathed.
Oh, thank God. I thought for sure you were sailing to your graves.
Here's to the heroes.
Fresh shipment in. All your medical and food needs.
Hey there.
I never met someone
Hi.
that did the captain's
Brooks is a
dance
mainlander
before.
too, and a Sith.
Hi.
Whatever that is.
The fog doesn't get us.
Hey
the
there.
Storms will.
Fog. It's dangerous. Okay?
Hey, a mariner.
Seems like the end of the road. Every time we've talked, you've given me a lot to think about. I've been stowing away gear and supplies for a final journey into the deep. But after the lies, it makes the decision even harder.
So, what's your plan?
I'm working on it. I mean, at the end of it all, what's worth doing in your final days? What's worth leaving behind?
Do what you can to leave a legacy. Something to be remembered by.
I like the sound of that. No matter what happens or what goes down, you were a true friend.
Hard times.
Mariner.
The island's restless. No good can come of it. Well, I'll be...
Hey, a mariner.
Seems like the end of the road. Every time we've talked, you've given me a lot. I've been stowing, but after the...
It's never easy, is it?
And that's the truth. I mean...
What happened with the Red Death shouldn't change anything.
Well, I hope not. What's done is done. I mean, at the end of it all, what's worth doing in your final days? What's worth leaving behind?
This is your decision, Mariner.
No matter what happens,
you can never go wrong helping your friends and family.
certainly seems like the harbor would still fall into the sea without me. But no matter what happens or what goes down, you were a true friend.
Mariner.
Just need to make it through the day. If the stowaways keep pushing, one day I'll be gone on the high tide. Then where will it be? The Red Death. With proper tools and things I can do.
Need to drown your troubles? Mitch, last plan.
Bring it on, Island. I can take it.
captain's dance was supposed to only be the stuff of stories.
Bertha?
All of us in the Dregs owe you. All of us in the Dregs owe you.
But I fished myself up, and honest to goodness sea bass,